You have been chosen, at random and with total disregard for your comfort level, to defend your village. To save your fellow townsfolk from the horrors afflicting the island, once a simple and peaceful home for the small community you were born into. Arise randomly and totally without personal preference from among the town's common folk. Shepherd boys, farm hands, blacksmiths, fletchers, choir boys, milkmaids, tavern keepers, scullery maids, priests, goat herders, ostrich ranchers, butchers, tanners, drunkards, hunters, wenches, coopers, shoemakers, thatchers, fishermen, housewives, mayors, butter churners, elders, schoolchildren, schoolteachers, chandlers, horse ranchers, cattle ranchers, sheep herders, pig farmers, magisters, sheriffs, apothecaries. No one among them is safe. Anyone could become the next great hero. Anyone can die horribly, so that the next completely random hero can arise from the ranks of the insignificant yet limited masses. Save half your people and your village lives on to thrive. Less than half, thrive less, avenge more. Only you and your friends, inexplicably limited to a group of 6, even though taking 50 people might actually help, can stand between the various forces of darkness threatening to ravage your hapless village. Before it's too late, everyone is gone. Before there's nothing left. Before... well, you get the idea. I'm Nervon, and I'll be playing the role of Dungeon Master, assisted by my assistant Dungeon Master, the V-Man. It's like the Batman, but different. Scottish different. The players are Destructus, a magister who's predisposed to being a thief. There's Snook Nukem, who is playing a sheep herder, who's predisposed to being a bard. There is Bloodbrother, who is playing the town's one and only executioner, predisposed to being a ranger. There is Demon, playing a choir boy, predisposed to being a thief. And there's Raxus, playing a pig farmer, predisposed to being a cleric. And Crowdscene Extra, playing a sheep herder, also predisposed to playing a bard. So, the story begins with the choir boy, pig farmer, and sheep herder, and school child, which is Snook Nukem, being sent for disciplinary chores at the local sheriff's office. And the sheriff basically is sending them off to hunt kobolds, because there's a nest of kobolds nearby. Kobolds have been getting a little bit bold and attacking the pig farmer's stock. So the pig farmer is there to complain about it, of course, played by Hervaxis, and Crowdscene Extra, Demon, and Snook Nukem are there for disciplinary reasons. The executioner, who happens to be the only executioner in a town of about 200 people, is a little out of work, and of course is at the sheriff's office looking for a bit of paid work. You would think that being the only executioner in town would be prestigious position to hold, but not really. And then we have one other player, played by Destructus, who is the town magister. He's there because kobolds poop good things when you need chemicals, and he wants to go and collect some. So, this is the gist of how we begin the story, and from here we're hoping things get a whole lot more ridiculous. So grab a drink, buckle up, and we hope you enjoy the show.
The pig farmer, Daddy Gasper.
I would have gone with Naughty Wood, Angry Cheeks, but okay.
Is in town to pick up feed, and happens to be nearby the sheriff's. Well, pretty much. Saw the magister and decided that he needed to see about something for the pigs, and has sort of leaned his head in to say, like, hey, I need to talk to you.
What's going on in here?
And finally, Blood's character, the executioner. The only executioner. The only person to make a career out of being an executioner on an island with a population less than 200, where the frequency of executions are pretty much 0%.
So maybe he gets.
So needless to say,
execution.
Blood's character is there looking for work. Currently, you're all looking at the world map. So, you've all grown up here in a place that you've only ever known as the village. As far as you know, there's no name for this place. It's the only place you've ever known. It's the only place that your parents have ever known.
Is the mayor M. Night Shyamalan?
No. There's this village is on obviously a large island, and having grown up here, you know that the community was started by a small group of adventurers that came to this island after a long history of campaigning together to settle down and start a new life. And with them, they brought various retainers and family and all of that sort of stuff that have, provided the basis for the genetic pool that we're going to just gloss over the fact that we probably need a little more than 200 people to have a healthy genetic pool. It's fantasy. Let's go with it.
Need 13.
Yes, as long as nobody dies, there's no genetic mutation. Yeah, we've been over this. We don't need to go over the genetic.
We have a choir boy, so one gene is already out.
So, yes. So, basically, that's the basis for what's going on. It's a typical medieval village. Try and picture that. Not a lot of buildings. There are not a lot of very big structurally incredible buildings. Nothing all that impressive. Picture the beams and whitewash sides of old England, basically, and thatch roofs and that sort of thing, and no building higher than 2 stories. The only couple of 2-story buildings are like the tavern and what is roughly equivalent to the town hall and general store and combined meeting place for the town.
Not the church?
So,
Oh yeah, 1-story tall steeple.
no, the church is the church is strangely absent from this village. There is a small monastery outside of the village where a separate little population of monks are known to live, but the village doesn't really do much. Except sell them goods. They come down on every Sabbath to come and buy whatever they can and take it out to
I just need to know where I'm singing.
buy their shit. Well, as a choir boy,
Into the microphone.
as a choir boy, we're gonna. There's not much for entertainment in this village, so there is a small children's choir that the school runs, and that's what you're part of.
Small
Also,
children,
you're
choir boy. I'll make it work.
Oh. So, all the boys arrive, and the sheriff says, "Good. Boys are here. You boys are here. I take it you're here for chores."
Yes, sir.
Not me. I'm just coming to see what the fuck's going on.
Well, the
I
sheriff-
am here for work.
So the sheriff smiles smugly and says, "Have I got a job for you boys?" So he reaches behind his desk and pulls out
Choir boy likes it already.
several sticks, several heavy sticks, and he smashes them down on the desk in front of you guys, and says, "All right, boys, get a stick."
I am not.
This is strangely familiar to what I do at the monastery.
Once was too many.
So everybody may add a heavy stick to their inventory.
What's the damage?
D4.
That's a big...
Sad.
We should also add at this juncture that you never really felt the sheriff liked any of you.
Why am I involved in this? I just came to see what my buddy was doing.
Really, I'm
Buddy the
feeling the
sheriff.
love. I'm feeling the
picking up
love
a
from the
stick.
I really
sheriff.
gotta get back to the pigs. You know,
And I got
Gotta get
drunk
back
in
to
the
the
alleyway
pig.
before I came in to see here. I don't know if I'm legally able to carry a stick.
Well, at this point, since there's some questioning going on about the two grown men that are part of this group, the pig farmer, Johnny, your character,
I got a name, eh? It's Daddy. All right.
Daddy. So at the sight of the sticks and what's going on, Daddy perks up and realizes that, oh, this must have to do with what's going on out at his his family's farmstead. So he's more interested, and we'll fill this in a minute. I didn't have
I'm moving over to
have no
stand
way
by
to do an
Daddy.
aside.
Does Daddy Gasper have any booze at the farm?
I don't know. Do
I'm an
you, Daddy?
alcoholic, so does Daddy got booze?
Well,
I'll take a stick.
yeah,
If there's booze out there,
I
I'll take a
guess
stick and
so.
help out. But I
got
need
a small
booze,
sticky.
or I'm not coming out there. I'll just stay on the sheriff and chill.
yeah, I got a small stick out there. Or still.
I just like Daddy's name, so
Well, I
that's why
mean-
I'm standing right next to him.
Okay.
Being
Dirk
a
Loose
pig
Lips is
farmer,
in.
Daddy doesn't really have access to anything that's not made of pigs, so unless you can make pigs into alcohol, no.
Is there a wizard in the house?
Made of pigs?
I didn't say what type of booze
His
it had to
dining
make
room
them. I
is a
said
mess.
alcohol.
No, you need.
All right. So, the sheriff then lays down what's going on. There's a group of kobolds, a tribe of them, living up in the mountain north of the village. And they've been raiding local farms
They've
and
been stealing
whatnot
my
recently.
pigs.
They've been stealing pigs.
They got a taste for pig flesh.
They do. And normally, this is the kind of thing that one or two grown men will just go out and take care of. But it's really considered cleaning up kobold, like getting rid of kobolds and scaring them off, is really considered a humdrum
boy's job.
activity. But normally, you don't send a choir boy. It's kind of just a dirty job you have to go and do. And normally, there's only one or two kobolds, and they normally just run away. He explains. So go make noise, boys, and don't get into any trouble. They're not dangerous except in large numbers. There's never that many of them out there, so just go and scare them off. They always run to the other side of the island. We don't have to worry about it. Get back before dark. And he hands the sticks off. If you're not back before dark, I'll turn these on you myself.
That is when you get back after dark.
So if you're not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer.
Yes.
No, you call the president.
He sits there sternly looking at Demon's character. Sits there looking sternly at Dirk, saying nothing.
I'm just having a beer.
And I'm just patting my eyes at him.
All right, well, Hervaxis, your character obviously has some investment here, so I'm just going to take over your guy and run him for a second. You've decided that you're going to go along because you want to make sure these things are chased away. They're costing you pigs.
Yeah, man. I want to go. I want to go. I want a stick. Give me that stick. Thank you for that stick.
And Blood's character, who has no job, well,
Kind of need some money.
he picks up a stick as well. And who we got left? Destro. He's our magister. He's going along as well because, well, frankly, you can get certain things, certain chemicals from kobolds. I don't want to, point fingers or
And
anything,
there's
but
pig beer at the farm.
there's
Testicles.
there's certain chemicals that come out of kobolds that's useful in his particular profession. So
Dude, that's sick.
Wait, you said Magister, not coprophiliac, right?
where the hell did you guys go? I was thinking feces.
Yeah, that's coprophilia.
Oh, it only gets worse by the moment.
Oh, really?
If you're talking about stuff that comes out of things, it's never just poo here, dude.
Well, anyway,
Regardless of the
everyone has
body
a
fluid.
Everybody has
everybody
a
has
reason
a
to go.
logical reason for being part of this group. Everybody has a stick. What are we doing?
Let's go
Well-
brandish our sticks.
Brandish our sticks.
Since everyone is so focused on the sheriff, I'm going to take this
Let's kill him.
opportunity to try and pick Daddy's pocket by caressing him and just sliding my hand in his pocket to try and steal him.
What? Like you're down with the choir boy? What's the deal?
I'm gonna go ahead and guess.
gonna move
There's
these
not a
games.
whole lot in his pocket. So what exactly are you hoping to pull out of it?
All right.
I don't know, but I might be happy to see him.
Roll a d20
Oh
and
boy.
check your.
And hope for the best.
It
Yeah, you
has
have no
begun.
skill. You have no skill bonuses right now, so go for it.
Is there a
I get
pocket
to
pool
oppose
skill?
Uh-oh.
All right. So Daddy feels something moving around in his.
Yeah!
Pocket. And just
And
just
it's
for
not
interest's
him.
sake, just for interest's sake, friggin', I'll get these names eventually. Give me time. Hard on is rooting around in this pocket.
So wait a minute. Let me get this
And
straight.
he's
He feels
fine.
hard on. He feels a hard on moving around in his pocket.
No,
Not A.
your character
He
name is
actually
hard
feels
on
hard
Barney.
on.
So he feels a hard on.
Not A, just hard
Moving
on.
around in his pocket.
He feels hard on.
Hard on is rooting around in his pocket.
There you go.
Alright.
And you find
Alright.
dirt.
You found dirt in his pocket.
Big pocket hard on.
Which pocket did you go into, the front or the back?
So now I'm a dirty hard on.
Oh god.
Yes. All right, so Herbaxis, how do you want to react to this? There's a choir boy with his hand in his pocket.
You want to react?
Oh, I wish we could see Johnny right now.
And give him a little smack in the mouth.
Please say with a hand.
Being
please
sure
say
to
with
keep
a
his
hand.
hand in your
Nothing
pocket,
wrong
right?
there.
Shouldn't that be a attack roll?
No, we're not initiating combat for this.
For a smack in the mouth.
Just a little smack. Okay? I'm gonna keep my eye on
Stop
him.
it.
Do you guys want to take
Oh.
on the sheriff right now? Or after we get back from the Cobalt Mountain?
Well, let's clear out the
Well,
Cobalt
wait, I'd
Mountain,
like
get
to
our
level up
reward,
my,
and then kill him.
Choir boy ability.
I need more Cobalt things.
Alright, well, after that smack, I think that wakes me up, so I decide, let's get out of here, because there's not really much more I want to do in front of this sheriff, the way he's looking at me like a dirty pervert.
Which you kind of are.
He's the pervert.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to steal stuff. I didn't give myself the name Hard On.
Perverted way. There's a lot more
Okay.
Jimmy's being rustled in there than
So-
really was necessary.
So we're going to set out and go after the kobolds now.
All right. So before you go, bear in mind that everybody has stuff that's appropriate on them for their character. So the sheep herders, you guys are wearing like kind of raggy, peasant clothing and sandals. The choir boy, you're wearing robes and cloth shoes. The executioner is wearing like a leather tabard and a big black hood, because that's what he wears around town all the time, even though he's out of work. And
Just to remind people that he's there.
the pig farmer had come into town to pick up feed, so the pig farmer actually has a cart and an ox outside.
What does the Magister have? Am I naked? I have nothing, you say.
The Magister's wearing robes and carrying various chemical compounds on him.
So I got
In a
robes
bag.
and drugs.
Pretty much.
Because I got high.
I know who I'm going after next.
And that's everybody. So,
What am I wearing?
The executioner is the only person carrying a weapon. The executioner is carrying a like a woodsman's axe. But that's it.
Do we got damage stats on a woodsman's
It's,
axe?
He's not,
not even like
the stick gang.
It's one of the few people in town to have an actual iron tool. Everybody else, sticks.
What am I wearing?
I told you, you're a choir boy.
So I'm the best dressed, is what you're saying.
So what's
Yep.
the damage on the axe?
D6. Plus strength melee bonus.
Also, as an
1d4.
as this is a rather iron-starved town, you might want to keep a hand on that axe.
All right, that's a good point.
As I said, it's one of the few iron tools. So the axe head is actually quite old.
And dull.
So wait. We have limited iron, and rather than making like hoes and whatnot for our farmers to improve our crop yield,
We made an executioner
for the
axe.
unemployed executioner.
You got it.
That's probably why the population is so low.
We're not the smartest.
We
It's
have-
fine. It's fine. I don't see a problem here. I don't know why you do.
All right, so the sheriff pulls out. The sheriff looks around. He doesn't pull it out. He looks at. God.
Oh boy.
All right, I gotta stop that. So the sheriff turns around to the wall behind him where there's this beautiful painted map. The map that you're looking at on the screen is the map painted on the back of the sheriff's wall. Takes a bit of red chalk and circles a spot near the unnamed mountain to the north of the village. And he says, "Okay, we know they're in this area somewhere. They're definitely coming down through one of the roadways, one of the old roads that runs that way. So just get out there, boys, and get back here as soon as you can."
Shin had a valid
he
point here.
promises.
That is a clear phallus and berries right there.
Testicle Mountain.
Testicle Mountain.
Can I take this opportunity to try and pickpocket the sheriff?
Oh god.
Just before you do that, I'd like to note that that the Twig and Berries Mountains are actually completely procedurally generated.
That was a procedural penis.
Yeah, my engine spit that out.
Your engine.
I think the best part about it is
spit that.
Procedural phallus mountain.
All right. Let's head to procedural phallus mountain.
the best part is it just looks like somebody, got paint on themselves and then let themselves touch down on the map.
Yes. So
right.
in the previous game when I teabagged Shin, that's probably what it would have looked like.
It was the teabag that was heard throughout the procedural generations.
So can I pickpocket the sheriff?
No.
All right, so hang on. You can try and pickpocket the sheriff, but you're going to suffer a -4 to your roll. Because the sheriff is like on the other side of a room. You have to cross the room, go around a desk in front of like 5 people, and reach into his pocket.
Please
Oh,
roll a
never mind.
natural 20.
Do it anyway.
Let's just go. Let's go kill some shit.
Yeah, we need. Yeah,
I changed my mind. Let's go.
All right, done.
All right. So, how are you guys going to go?
How far
I'm
is
going to jump on the pig farmer's cart.
What's pulling the pig farmer's cart?
An
An ox.
I'll
can-
race the ox
I
on
could
foot.
pull a few people.
Well, I hop up on old Betsy.
I want a piggyback ride, Executioner.
I'm not piggybacking nobody.
Would there be a
Alright,
jump
that's a
action?
wheelbarrow race with the cart. A wheelbarrow race with the cart.
You want to get in a wheelbarrow and I'll push you? Is that the plan?
No, I'll put my hands on you, hold my feet.
Oh, you're gonna do like. All right, let's do it.
The
Let's
cart
do
full of
it.
guys,
If you're
yeah.
gonna walk on your hands the whole way to the fucking mountain, I'll hold your feet. That's fine.
No, see, when his arms
All right.
fail, just keep pushing when it's facing
Just his face grinding it.
Wheelbarrow
So
in a
before
way
you
to
guys
danger.
leave town, does anybody want to get anything?
I got an axe. What else do I need? Wait a minute. How far is this mountain? Do I need like food and shit? Is that your hint? Are we gonna be gone for like a week? Like,
No, we're supposed to.
We don't need food. We have Betsy.
No.
Supposed to be back by night.
The sheriff,
I have drugs
yeah,
for
the sheriff
everybody.
told you to come back by night.
oh fuck
And
it,
you're
it's
there
close
in the wee
then.
hours of the morning.
We got an axe. We got sticks. What else do we really
Let's
need,
do it.
guys?
Let's go.
And I've taken a vow of poverty, I assume, even though I'm not really going to be upholding that vow. I'm not supposed to have any money on me.
You're a
I
choir
have
boy.
drugs, that's all we
You
need.
sing. You're not a pious choir boy. I told you. You're part of a school choir, not a church choir.
He's saying you're a slut choir boy.
Okay, so do I break out my trusty cardboard sign that says, we'll perform indecent acts for money?
Okay.
Sure, why
Is that
not?
what you're hinting?
I think you mean a ride, because money's not going to get you there faster.
All right. All I'm trying to get across is that you're about to go off and do something potentially dangerous. If anybody wants to go home, you're allowed. You all have access to mundane items and to so anything that you want to pick up, clothing, bedroll just in case, that kind of stuff. You can pick up that kind of equipment before you leave town. If you want to go and try and fashion a weapon from something else, I'll allow that too. So
Fuck it, I have a peasant road.
We have an executioner.
Stick.
We have one axe. I mean, the 6 of us with one axe could do so much shit.
We
So
pick
if we
the
all hold
axe
the axe at the same
I'll
time.
Dead
Take
body.
turns.
We'll all just pass it around.
Can
It's
Right, yeah,
fine.
you pick
Can
up
I
the
craft
axe.
my stick into a wand?
You gonna whittle it? Gonna whittle your wood down?
You know what? Well, all of us will be down at your local tavern, just passing out the hot stickings the whole day.
Seeing this is the first generation, I say that we're good enough, smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like us. Let's take our trusty sticks and see how we fare.
Yeah, why not?
That's right.
Fuck it, let's get this show on
Alrighty.
the road.
Yeah, man.
Alright, you gonna wheelbarrow the whole way?
Almost like a ton of time.
This is your last
Yeah.
chance.
I'm wheelbarrow.
Alright, so I grab his feet.
Yeah.
So I will take this opportunity to climb into the wheelbarrow.
Oh
wait,
That's good.
wait a second.
That's good.
Oh,
shit,
God.
That's good.
All
what
right.
the fuck?
Upper backstroke.
So Rye climbs into the wheelbarrow.
You call him by his proper name.
So Hard On
Hard-On
climbs into
party.
the wheelbarrow. There we go.
And we
Alright.
start walking.
And we start walking. So it's a beautiful day. And
It is.
you guys begin.
Watson, get those hands going, Watson.
I'm trying, man. It's fucking hard right now.
So you guys go up the cart path that leads off into the north part of the island, and to some of the farmsteads that are out there. And the tone of this little journey is basically like we're going on a little adventure, you know, 'cause we've got these kids and they're going, you know, out to do something, and yeah, it's chores, but whatever. They're not at home doing the regular chores they're used to, and so it's kind of a exciting thing. So everyone's kind of everyone's gay and happy. Yes, on their way out, except of course for the executioner and the pig farmer, to whom, you know, this is just another day, and the magister just, you know, he doesn't care. I mean, to him, he's just going out to pick up some shit. So Dirk isn't really all that excited, but the sheep herders and the choir boy are just skipping along ahead of the group, excited. So we come to the edge of the mountain, and you guys follow this path.
Okay.
Take a break. I'm sorry.
Everybody can
So we're
see
going to
my.
the
I see your little blue drizzle from the tip of the penis, yes.
Yeah. So you guys
Procedurally
come up to the
generated
edge
penis
of the
mountain.
mountain range. To the edge of penis mountain.
Non-procedurally generated semen.
And it's at this point that you guys are getting close to where you figure you should be. So how do we want to proceed?
Who's got,
Well,
we got thieves, right? Who's got good sneak? Or anybody got, good listen?
yeah.
Good listen, yes. Perfect English. I fucking, yeah.
But before I practice my good listen, since I am holding on for dear life on the wheelbarrow, can I try and pickpocket some of the chemicals that Mr.
You're
Watson
good at
has?
scooping shit? Come on. He just carried your ass up the side of a fucking mountain on his hands.
I
Those
am
are
not
bloody
pious.
stumps now.
Might I just kind of point out that, Ted, you're technically a ranger at the lowest level.
This is a good point. But I didn't check my listen. Hang on.
I didn't think we got skills till we were level 1.
So if we're
No,
all...
we're not really doing skills.
Alright,
So
Doesn't mean
all
you
that
can't
means
roll
is you don't.
in which
doesn't
case,
mean- hang on.
I listen.
Hang on.
The best
Let me
Hulkamania
explain.
style.
The skills in the game only add bonuses to your rolls in these things. So all I have done is I'm saying that we're taking away those bonuses.
Yep.
You can still roll the skill checks.
Hence, I'm
Okay.
listening.
Can I
All
pickpocket
right.
now?
So listen is what type of skill check is listen? Who's got the skill table up?
Listen is wisdom.
What's your wisdom?
Hang on, I'm checking. I gotta get that back open. Wisdom is 15, which is a +2.
So you're not going to get the +2. You just have to beat my arbitrarily assigned difficulty rating. So you hear nothing.
You make me sad.
I was going to say you could try tracking.
Can I do a smell check?
Yeah.
Go
Well,
for it.
since their face is in the dirt.
Take a sniff, why not?
Grab a stick of juicy fruit.
I think you should also have to have a counter roll against smelling the pig farmer.
He rolls a 10.
All right.
You rolled a D.
You know, in movies when somebody like
Somehow it
snorts
turned
coke,
that into a 10.
just picture that with dirt.
Oh, wait a second. Gotta get it right. Oh, that's good dirt.
There you go.
Can I pop matters right now?
You're gonna try and pickpocket, friggin' loose lips, are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Being that you're amongst a group of everybody and there's no distraction going on currently, you're gonna suffer a -4 to whatever you roll. Roll it.
I think people are quite distracted looking at loose lips sniffing the ground.
-2 then. Roll it.
Just. Okay, what is it? 1d20?
Yeah. Successfully reach into his pocket without him knowing and without anybody else noticing.
And I find.
You find nothing.
What? What happened to all these potions he's carrying? Did they all fall out while he's fucking wheelbarrowing up the mountain?
I have my drugs
I
better
told
than
you.
that.
He's carrying a satchel.
Okay, well, clearly I'm disappointed in the fact that Loose Lips isn't carrying anything, so I accidentally step on his head while I'm getting out of the wheelbarrow. And,
All right. Well, you do that, and Dirk is. I don't know. How do you feel, Dirk?
Tired, but the dirts re-energize me, and I say that we send Daddy on a scouting mission to scout to the tree line ahead of us. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, whatever. You know,
Go,
anytime
Daddy.
we come up here, we just
Daddy.
take our sticks. Everyone just comes up in a big clump, and
We just want to bum rush up and make as much noise as possible.
No, you
Let's charge it.
You don't really generally tromp all over the place. You try and be quiet, sort of. You gotta stay.
We should storm the castle.
So you want a
Assault.
you want a 6-man pack to sneak up a hill. There's about a 0% chance of rolling a 1 on that, right?
I say we
Hey, come on, man.
attack
We have
the
heavy
hill
sticks.
like Lancelot attacks in the Quest for Holy Grail. We fight them in a particular idiom.
No.
That's gold.
I like what you said first. We'll attack the hill. Fuck you, ground.
Attack the hill.
we'll just start digging.
Alrighty.
You have to dig up the hill.
No, dig up, stupid.
I need somebody to roll. It's gonna be. It's gonna be the executioner.
And what am I rolling
The executioner needs to roll a d20
for? Alright, here it comes.
and tell me what it is.
Well, you'll see it.
Guys,
There
come
it
on.
is.
I've done this like 1,000 times.
All right.
Just go up there and we'll beat the poop out of the kobolds. You don't
So,
want to start kobolds. They run away.
the executioner. You have just realized that all of the wildlife has gone silent.
Dudes, it's quiet.
It's because the pig farmer farted.
I can
Sorry.
see the
Start
music.
screaming.
Only the brave. Only the brave.
So,
Come out, you
basically,
idiot.
what you're telling me is that Snook's character Buck Spunky is panicking.
The small child just becoming a
panic.
wizard, yeah. not panic. More of just general
More of
yelling. and
a
stomping
strategic randomness.
around. Of screaming and yelling. Yeah.
You kobolds! Ow!
Okay. So, Bucky is
Out there so he can crush.
panicking. Some birds scatter from the trees nearby,
I pull
but
my
otherwise
stick
nothing
out.
happens.
My stick's in
Yeah,
my
I guess
hand.
I'll ready my
Just like
axe.
that.
I
That's
think
in my hand.
Spunky should have to roll against wetting himself.
That's a fair deal. Let's see an anti-piss
All right,
yourself
roll it.
roll.
You better get better than 10, buddy.
Oh,
Oh man,
no.
it's everywhere. It is everywhere.
Well, at least you're a sheep herder, right? And you're not really wearing good clothes to begin with.
And you know what?
I'm
The
ashamed.
smell won't really change that much.
I thought
You're
it was
making
a
fun of my
student.
rags.
All right.
I thought it was a young
So-
school child.
Oh, yeah, you are a young school child. That's right. So you're wearing, like...
What the hell were you doing
Your
on my
school
sheep
clothes.
farm?
I
He's
forgot
not
about
totally
that.
trained, obviously.
Not that.
He was being spunky.
Love to.
All right, his backstory has to change a little bit, but you know what? We're not going to worry about the backstory.
Not right
It's going to
now.
be fine. Just
You
there
got
was
10 minutes.
the
and I'm out.
backstory was perfect. Don't worry
I
about
was
it.
learning my first
Alright, so-
polymorph spell.
All right, so at this point, you guys notice that the bushes nearby at ground level suddenly start to shake a little bit, and something takes off into the bush, headed around the side of the mountain,
Get it.
like
Fucking
not
get
up
it.
the mountain, but to the side.
That's your plan.
All right,
Get her.
That is my plan. Get her.
Yeah.
Get to the
all
sun.
right. So you guys are off in hot pursuit.
I am. I don't know
Listen.
if they're coming. I'm going.
You smell something?
Wheelbarrow chase.
Yeah, oh, he's still in the wheelbarrow. So I just start running. He better move those hands.
Okay, well, I have to jump back into the wheelbarrow.
The acrobatic dive onto the wheelbarrow.
Okay, so there's got to be
gotta
two
wield the
checks
stick
here.
like a lance.
Watson. So first off, Ryan has to run a check for mounting Watson while in movement, and then
Hard on.
Watson has to roll a check to make sure he can keep up with the running.
Let's do it. That's not good.
What's my,
That is not good.
No.
Okay, so this is going to be even more...
So
Oh, Ryan lands the mount. Well, Watson's arms can't keep up.
So at least I land on Watson.
Ryan will go underneath and start helping him out.
So I think technically speaking, Ted needs to do a check for a jump over top of Watson to not fall on top of the
No,
two of them.
I think I'm just running his face through the dirt at this point. I don't think there's anything stopping me.
all right, I'm going to interject here. It gets away.
Oh!
Shock.
What did you guys expect?
I don't
One
think...
of you is being a human wheelbarrow. Another person tried to ride the wheelbarrow to chase this bipedal creature. You know, I'm giving some stuff away there, but like, come on.
You don't think we could catch, like, a tortoise doing that, maybe? Or
It's everybody's first adventure here. I think we're allowed a little bit of room to explore.
Hey,
find
you never know,
implications.
Nerv. Loose Lips could be an Olympic class wheelbarrow, runner, and could be actually pulling the executioner along with the speed of his arm movement.
Okay, look, he's not Chuck Norris. Okay, he can't. You didn't roll Chuck Norris. We should have Chuck Norris on the
Oh,
list
you
of
didn't roll a
occupations.
1D Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris. The roll...
That's
That's
Coming
actually
out of his beard to help him move.
if you roll 101 out of the D100.
Out of 100, if you somehow find 101.
All right, so
it got away.
before he gets away, because you guys are dicking around, And at this point, you guys know the direction you got to go.
So I'm going
So
that
let me get this
direction.
straight. So Shintox is sitting there
All right.
wetting himself. Watson has his face in the dirt. I'm laying on top
Mounted
of
on
Watson,
him.
and
I'm holding his
mounted on.
feet.
Hard-on is mounted. Hard-on has mounted loose lips, and the executioner has just barely avoided them and pounded his face further into the dirt. That's where we're at.
Well, yeah,
And
pretty
I'm just
much.
sitting there grabbing
I was gonna say, what the hell is Crowd's character doing?
Watching with slack-jawed awe.
Yeah.
Pimp your game
Jenny
up,
just
son.
stands there.
Jenny, I forgot.
Can we switch
Yeah,
that to Johnny, perhaps?
Oh, I think it's better as Jenny.
Delicious.
You picked a
See,
female
I've got the
character,
whole
man.
name
Now you
listed
gotta
in
live
here.
with-
All right. So, I assume you guys are going to continue and pursue this thing.
Yeah,
right?
I'm going. I already said I'm going.
Yeah,
Right,
I'm
so
going
the-
to jump on Betsy and whip her on the ass and try and chase after this thing.
I'm picking myself
off
up
my
and
damn
running
mule.
now.
You actually gonna use feet?
All right.
Wow.
Yeah, for a change. Actually, I'm just gonna I'm gonna hand walk. And a
It's just not going on my feet. I'm just gonna fucking.
Got the stick at his feet, being like, "Come here, you bastard!"
What's your acrobatic skill?
That's actually
So-
pretty good. I got a +3.
The, the bush closes in as you guys pursue this thing, and the path. There's clearly a path, but it's kind of grown over. So you guys continue to follow that along. What?
Nobody's trimmed the bush in a while.
Oh god. No.
The hard-on's running straight at the bush.
No, the generated mountain has not done any manscaping. Okay, let's just get to killing something, please.
All right. So you guys travel through the dense bush over the path for about 10 minutes, and you end up traveling along this path until finally we come into the area that we would expect to find something, and the path opens up, and you're in a clear area. The path is clearly visible, and there's a bunch of refuse and junk piled around near trees nearby, like old broken wagons and even some newer stuff that's been like broken up, and there's rags and clothing and barrels and this kind of refuse left over from whatever. And the path goes out visibly and takes a right, heading up towards the mountain.
Search the refuse.
Searching the refuse.
Well, that's kobold work right there. We're on the right path.
Yeah,
Just a
that's
little ways
definitely
up here.
cobalt.
All right. Searching the refuse turns up various bits of clothing, a couple of shirts, a couple of pairs of pants, and there's a pitchfork. Just a wooden
What you're
pitchfork.
saying is we found Walmart.
Stuff.
Okay, so I'm grabbing
There's
the
also some-
pitchfork.
There's also a lot of pig bones and cow bones.
At which Johnny starts to cry.
I'm gonna pick up some cow bones and attach them to my stick. Does that increase my damage?
What do you attach them with?
His
The
hands.
hem of my robe. The hem of my robe.
So you're going naked.
No.
I'm
Pulling off.
going to let you do that.
I'm just gonna pull
You-
off some
But
of
now
my
you're
robe.
wearing a miniskirt.
I want you to
that's
roll a
fine.
skill.
I got drugs.
I want you to roll a skill check. So roll a d20. He loosely ties this bone to the end of the end of his stick, and that will add a +1 to the damage of that weapon. but it becomes unwieldy. So it's a -1 to attack rolls when you've got it like this.
Understood.
More damage, less chance to hit.
We have sticks. We need damage.
All right. Yeah, no, I'm with you. All right, anybody else having any moments of brilliance? There's also broken wood nearby. There's like I said, there's wagon wheels. There's various bits of cloth. There's
Are the wheels whole?
lots of bones. One of them is.
Only one? I don't know if that helps us.
Only one.
How big is the wagon wheel?
How big is it?
You're in the same zone here, man.
Yeah.
They're probably a 3-foot wagon wheel. Like total.
Does it have a spoke?
You know, side to side. Yeah.
Side to side, 3 feet.
It's
How
just
long are
in
your
there.
arms, Watson?
That means you should be able to
6
reach
feet at
in.
the tip.
It's 1.5
Like
to the
this?
middle.
Yeah, that's
from the
what I'm
outside.
saying.
Try-
We're gonna pick up the pace,
Doing
brother.
We're doing it.
We have like quadrupled the effectiveness of our wagon.
A shield.
Yeah.
So I gotta
Okay, so
use like some rags to kind of tie it onto my arm a little bit, or maybe make some kind of like handholds or something like that.
Why you gotta be ruining my wheelbarrow, man?
Well, you can have one and I can have one.
You have a fucking pig cart or an ox cart.
Nah, I need a shield. I'm gonna pummel me some kobolds here, so I want to pummel.
Well, we got less than 10 minutes to find the kobold. That's why we need the wheel speed, the wheelbarrow speed increase.
all right, so Dirk picks up the wheelbarrow, the wheel off the simple wagon and uses it as a wheelbarrow wheel. And Daddy picks up a broken wagon wheel and lashes it to his arm with cloth. Yes?
Yes. I'd
Okay,
prefer
this will be
a good one, but anyway.
well, there isn't one. There's only
I'm
a
leaving them,
like
if he wants
half
to
broken
use
one.
Yeah, all right, that's fine. I guess.
And yep, and the that shield will be a +1 to your armor class.
Nice.
So, that's pretty much
All right,
it. For,
moving on.
you had come to the edge of the mountain, and there was something in the woods nearby, made a little bit of noise, and then ran off into the bush, and you guys chased it. Unfortunately, you decided to use the wheelbarrow, because somehow that would make you faster. The wheelbarrow being the person, Dirk Loose Lips,